Break out your shovel. Long Island is expected to get its first decent snow of the season. We'll tell you when it starts and how much will fall. You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Buffa. Upgraded charges were filed against a driver accused of critically injuring a Suffolk cop. Macy Eglin was in court.
Upgraded charges for the man accused of causing a crash that injured a Suffolk County police officer. 29-year-old Cody Fisher pleading not guilty to 10 charges, including assault on an officer and driving while ability impaired by alcohol and THC.
What every motorist is thinking on that road, when somebody like this whizzes by at 90 or 100 miles per hour, is why aren't the police doing something?
Prosecutors say Officer Brendan Gallagher was on a traffic stop on the LIE on January 5th when Fisher revved his engine and sped by. When Officer Gallagher tried to pull him over, prosecutors say Fisher's Mustang collided with the patrol car twice, sending it off the road and into a tree. The 30-year-old officer was seriously injured and recently came out of an induced coma. His condition now listed as fair.
Traumatic injuries to his abdomen. Unfortunately, we had the opportunity to see it firsthand, and it's, again, amazing that we're at this point in time talking about him, sitting up and, being able to speak with us.
Fisher's attorney has previously said it was the officer's actions that caused the crash. Today, he had no comment. D.A. Tierney applauded the officer for going after Fisher.
Very thankful for the officer that he was willing to place himself at risk to try to keep us all safe.
Prosecutors say Fisher was part of an Instagram group called LI Street Mafia that organizes illegal street races. The page set up a GoFundMe for the defendant's bail that has since been taken down. If found guilty, Fisher faces a minimum of 7 years in prison on that top charge. He remains in custody on $1 million cash bail. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Eglin.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says he will do everything in his power to remove the $10,000 deduction cap on state and local tax.
They have hurt so many middle-class families, teachers, firefighters, police officers, construction workers, particularly in higher-cost areas like Long Island and the Hudson Valley of New York.
Now restricting SALT deductions for corporations in exchange for easing the cap on deductions for individuals is being debated in the Senate. Schumer says lawmakers should simply let the SALT caps expire at the end of the year. Now be sure to go to Newsday.com for the latest developments on the SALT tax cap. And a Long Island native is preparing to take center stage at next week's inauguration. He's pretty good. Opera singer Christopher Macchio will perform the national anthem. The Holbrook native attended Sachem High School, where he took a chorus class and was inspired by his music teacher.
I was flying into D.C. and I saw the Washington Monument lining up with the Capitol steps and the National Mall in between. And the notion that that entire space will be filled with people witnessing history, patriots, people with a love of country in their hearts, and that I'll have the privilege of performing for them. It's just it was overwhelming. I got misty, I got teary-eyed, and I will endeavor to do justice to the faith that has been placed in me. And again, as I travel around the country and the world, I will carry those Long Island values with me wherever I go.
Now the tenor says he first met Trump when he asked him to sing at a New Year's event at Mar-a-Lago. Meantime, the bitter cold is forcing Trump to take the oath of office inside the Capitol Rotunda on Monday. Trump said some supporters would be able to watch the ceremony from Washington's Capital One Arena. And the last time an inauguration was moved indoors was in 1985, when Ronald Reagan began his second term. And be sure to watch Trump's inauguration streaming live right here on Newsday TV. Our coverage Monday morning will include local analysis you won't see anywhere else. And a new program is giving Baldwin High School students a leg up on careers in jewelry design. The Baldwin School District launched the Future Jewelers Academy today. The program partners with industry experts to inspire and prepare students. They got hands-on lessons on everything from bench work and design to merchandising. And experts say southern pine beetles are putting some of the island's forest at higher risk for wildfires. Sherry Einhorn has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
This is Napeague State Park in Amagansett. It was once covered by evergreens, but now experts say about 80% or 40,000 pitch pine trees are dead or dying. So what happened? The southern pine beetle. It's a tiny invasive insect that first appeared here on Long Island about a decade ago.
The green vegetation begins to turn brown. Holes are in the trunks of the trees, so you can see where the beetles are actually entering and exiting, basically feeding off, what was a healthy forest. And it rapidly spreads.
In addition to all of the environmental concerns with all of these dead trees, there's the added burden of this all being a potential fire hazard.
If fire gets in that environment, there's a great potential for that fire to carry up through the understory into these dead trees, and it just becomes very, very difficult to fight that fire from the ground. And we're seeing this all over the island right now.
Fire mitigation efforts are already underway. The dead trees have been cut down. Multiple fuel breaks were constructed, leaving a 25-foot clearing between the forest and nearby homes. We also saw several piles like these ready for prescribed burns to get rid of the dead stuff on the ground. In the meantime, there's nothing else to do with the dead trees but wait for Mother Nature.
Eventually, the forest will regenerate itself. There are saplings that are already starting to grow, so nature will take itself back.
But that could take years. In Amagansett, I'm Sherry Einhorn, Newsday TV.
Now, to read more about this story, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Want some hot new coffee shops to check out as you battle the cold this winter? Well, Erica Marcus has today's Feed Me TV.
Long Island is getting a little bit more caffeinated. Starting on the East End, Panoramica is Long Island's newest and possibly only retro-futuristic coffee shop. The so-called Space Age Cafe gives off a Jetsons meets mid-century modern vibe.
Fun, playful atmosphere for kids, adults, and the older generation that can feel this nostalgic space come to life.
The drinks menu features espresso, cortado, tonics, chai latte, and so much more. Now, let's head to Stony Brook. A coffee roaster with a cult-like following has opened its second location. Giorgio's is sticking to its mission of serving some of the rarest and most sought-after coffees in the world. You can stock up on beans to take home. They range from $14 to $45. Unlike the original Farmingdale location, this one offers a stylish space in which to sip and hang. Espresso drinks not your style? They've got drip coffee, pour-over coffee, and cold brew too. At Giorgio's, the iced coffee always comes with ice cubes made from coffee, so that your drink doesn't get diluted as the cubes melt. Need a quick cup of Joe to go? Ready Coffee is now open in Baldwin. The founder, a former hedge fund manager, bought 10 decommissioned Dairy Barn locations and hoped to see them all up and running as coffee shops by the end of the year. Beans that are roasted upstate are freshly ground for each order. For Newsday TV, I'm Erica Marcus.
Now, for more on local coffee shops, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Now let's take a look at your Long Island weather. And yes, snow is expected this weekend, but for now you can see we have mostly clear skies. Tomorrow we have some rain with elevated temps. We're actually near 50 tomorrow. Taking a closer look, you can see right here, we will have clouds, we will have rain, we will have decent temps, but that's all going away on Sunday, because on Sunday we could see 3 to 6 inches on western Long Island and 1 to 3 inches in Suffolk County. As for Monday in the work week, it looks dry and bitterly cold at 20 degrees.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great weekend.